This video follows on from the events of my previous upload. I found a game-breaking bug in RuneScape. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. But if you're not fussed, here is a very brief recap. The video tells the story of how back in 2022, I discovered a game-breaking exploit in safe PvP. Through little more than sheer luck, I stumbled upon a massive issue with the Ancient Godsword special attack. The special attack deals a hefty amount of delayed damage, and it turned out that this delayed damage applied to a victim inside a safe area would still get dealt outside that safe area. And even more significantly, it would count as an actual player kill. The person who dealt the damage would get your items. It was very abusable, and over the course of a few weeks, I explored it thoroughly and used it on a few unsuspecting friends. Thankfully, it never became widely known, and the video concluded with the following. In the next game update news post, there was a small patch note just at the bottom. The Ancient Godsword's special attack effect is now cleared upon teleporting or leaving an instance by any means. It was finally fixed. So, this is where the story ends, right? Well, I thought so, for almost 2 years. But it turns out that back in 2022, I overlooked something very simple. One small thing, which could revive an iconic bug from almost 20 years ago. But before we get to that, the most fitting sponsor of all time. Oldschool Runescape Computer. Oh wait, I mean Starforge Systems, but they made an Oldschool Runescape computer. I feel like I shouldn't have to say much, just look at the thing. Not only are they rocking up with the best case in the universe, but Starforge Systems is the best place for you to go and get a new pre-built PC. If you've been looking for an excuse to get an upgrade, consider this your excuse. No matter what you need out of your PC, they have a bunch of different builds at different price points. You'll be able to find a fantastic PC that provides you with the most for your money. Tons of your favorite content creators are using Starforge Systems. Let's hear what one of them has to say.
I think RuneScape is probably one of the best MMOs of all time.
Damn straight, brother. That's a guy you can trust. Each computer comes with a full 2-year parts and labour warranty, so you can rest easy that you're in good hands should anything go awry. But let's get back to what really matters. Look at it. Starforge do limited edition builds every month, and right now they're offering a full limited edition build that is built inside the old school case. If that's not what you're looking for, you can get the case itself, or you can get it as an add-on for the Voyager and Navigator systems. Click the link in the description and go grab yourself a new beastly PC. Thank you to Starforge for sponsoring this video with such a sick product. Right around the time that the Ancient Godsword was patched, I received an unexpected message from a shadowy figure. This person knew what I had found, and shared with me a potentially devastating and very similar bug. This shadowy figure, it was none other than skill specs. In the last video, I focused very heavily on the Ancient Godsword special attack, and how it could be abused in safe areas. The bug that skill specs approached me with had nothing to do with the Ancient Godsword, but it had everything to do with safe areas, specifically being able to kill people and get their items. And this affected one safe area in particular, the Clan Hall. This might be surprising because the Clan Hall really doesn't have a lot of content. It's mostly just a nice big pretty place for clans to hang out. But lurking in the corner you can find a combat ring, and this combat ring had a big problem. Oldschool Runescape doesn't seem to distinguish between damage in safe and unsafe areas. Dealing damage to a player in a house or a minigame is the exact same as dealing damage to a player in the wilderness. But of course you don't get their stuff when they die. That difference is not in the damage dealt, it's in the type of death that occurs, safe versus unsafe. This might seem like a weird distinction to draw because in day-to-day gameplay, this doesn't make any difference to anyone. But it seems to matter a lot in terms of how new content gets developed and the consequences of missteps. Imagine that you're in the wilderness and you are killing green dragons. A PK comes along and hits you one time and then they run away. Because player damage is prioritized above NPC damage, if you end up somehow dying to that green dragon, your stuff won't simply drop to the ground. The player who hit you one time will get all of your items. This is not unique to PvP areas. You could be almost anywhere in the entire game, and as long as you die an unsafe death, if a player has damage registered on you, they will get your items. And since there's no distinction between damage in the wilderness and safe PvP areas, this could mean that damage dealt in a safe PvP area could cause you to lose your items to other players. But of course, when you play a game of Castle Wars a bunch of different people hit you, and if you end up dying to a boss afterwards, you don't lose your items to those players. And the reason for this is because their damage gets cleared. When you get teleported into the lobby of a Castle Wars game, any player damage dealt to you is forgotten by the game. This is something which has to be done for every single minigame in Old School. Jagex have to explicitly add these checks every time they add new content, and sometimes they forget. And that brings us back to the Clan Hall. Skill Specs told me that when you leave the Clan Hall, damage dealt to you in the combat ring would not get cleared. So I headed to my Clan Hall to try it out with a second account. I smacked it one time, tellied it to Corp, and... no way, it actually worked. I think this proves once and for all that Skill Specs is a national treasure and a genius. I got a loot key for my second account, but after this first test, I did nothing. I just had other things that I was focused on, and after a few weeks went by, I'd more or less forgotten about the bug completely, until last month. The Ancient Godsword vid was completely finished, but before I put it public, I wanted to be certain that all of the bugs had been fixed. Because all of this required multiple accounts, my friends Soup and 8sat kindly agreed to help. And in the process, one of them in particular got very invested in finding a game-breaking bug. And that's when this bug came up in conversation.
There's gotta be like some place that they forgot, unless you think it's like they did a catch-all patch for it.
The reason I think it's not worth looking anymore is because I think we've just done every single place that we could test it. There was a separate bug with the Clan Hall combat ring.
Oh, dude, you can't just say that. What? You know?
I mean, it might have been patched by now, but I'm down to test it, see.
Yeah, dude. Is it still work?
No idea. Have you been to the Clan Hall before?
No.
Okay. Well, just go to GE on 511.
Oh, at the G. Yeah. I've literally never been in there, but yeah.
Step 1 was very simple. We just needed to check if the bug still existed. So I explained it to 8sat and we gave it a try.
Dude, this is brand new content to me. Somebody put a lot of work into this for no one to see it. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, come over to the combat ring. Alright, so it's the simplest bug in the world. Now that I've hit you,
yeah,
if you die anywhere, I should get the loot.
Okay.
Hop out and telly to edge, then you're just going to suicide to the nettles.
Right. All right, so if this works, you should get a loot key, and I should have no gravestone and no loot, right?
Yeah, as long as you don't have untradables that you would keep, you won't get a gravestone, and I'll get your shit either way.
All right, here we go, dude.
GL.
Good luck. You got a key?
I got the key!
Get out of here,
dude. It's been 2 years.
Dude, there's something here. There's something with this, dude.
I am surprised that this is still about, because that's a long time.
There's gotta be weird ways to abuse this. They actively prevent this in every other part of the game. There's gotta be something.
Much to my surprise, the bug was still in the game, and this made 8sat even more motivated. After a while of throwing ideas around, 8sat landed on something which I could not believe I never thought of.
Wait, dude, does poison carry over by any chance? Like, if you get poisoned in the ring, would it stay on you when you got kicked?
You know, I don't actually think I tried that. How did I not think of poison? What the fuck?
Yo, we gotta try that.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, hop in, boy. GL, let me know when you're poisoned.
Okay, I'm poisoned.
Alright, hop out. Moment of truth.
I could see if I'm still poisoned, like, immediately, right? It would be like green, right, when you're poisoned?
Yeah, so if it's still green, it's not cleared.
Okay, yeah. Oh, shit, dude. Dude.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
That's bad.
Okay, Jesus. How did I not think of... Bro, I'm kicking myself.
Dude, if you get a key from this is like one of the worst lures I've ever seen. Did you get a key?
Yeah, I got the key.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, this is so bad because you don't even need to do any like social engineering to lure somebody with this. You just need to get them to use the content normally, and you just kick them from your house.
It is pretty bad.
Dude, that's insane.
It worked, and it was far more abusable than I ever thought it could be. And there's only one reasonable thing to do when you find a bug like this. We never touched the bug again, and we wrote up a detailed bug report and sent it into Jagex. In just a few days, the bug was patched, and this was the plan. Get Framed into the Clan Hall combat ring, get him on very low HP and venomed, and right as he's about to die, we ban him from the Clan Hall. He dies outside, we get the loot, we sell the GP, we move to Barcelona. But all of that was going to be the easy bit. We had to figure out how we could convince Framed to do all this weird stuff. Luckily for us, 8sat is a total weirdo. And I say this with love, but the guy's a freak. There is nothing normal about the way that this guy plays the game, and that was our secret weapon. Because Framed knows this about 8sat. 8sat could make any absurd request that he wanted, and Framed would probably believe whatever BS it was. He decided to tell Framed that there was a bug with cats in clan halls. If two people with cats out die in the exact same game tick, they both respawn with 2 cats. Now, you're probably thinking what I was thinking at the time. There is absolutely no way that Framed would fall for that. He would have to be a complete moron.
You're gonna lose my cat?
No, we're in the combat ring. You're not gonna lose anything. When we're gonna die to the venom, we just both open like an interface just so that we can time it correctly.
Yeah. All right. Venomous running.
Sure, no.
Get that shit, Ronan.
It's gonna be 15 seconds. All right.
Okay,
it's gonna be 14 seconds from now. So whatever we're gonna do, we have to do it in 7 seconds.
Okay, perfect.
It's gonna hit me now. I died outside. You just got me killed. This is the stupidest thing in the world. Are you kidding me? The f was that? Go f yourself. What was that? You fucking dick.
There's no way.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know what's going on.
It's
Did you
not now.
PK me?
Right, I got
You
a queue up 117.
117 mil key.
Oh my god.
I lost a rune pouch, dude.
You can buy that back.
Nah, you're paying me for that, dude. Go yourself.
I'll pay you for it. It's well worth it.
Dude. You made me lose my cat, Jake. I asked specifically, am I going to lose my cat? You said no, and now I lost my wily Hellcat. You're a creep, dude.
Wait, click call follower. It'll come right back. No, I'm just dude, it's gone.
You're dick, dude.
Now, this looks pretty bad. There's probably a good number of you thinking, why would you do that to your friend? Now, the real response to this is that we're just incompetent. We didn't realize that he would lose anything we couldn't replace. But more importantly, it was 8sat's fault. After this happened, I of course reported the bug to Jagex, and in contrast to what happened with the Ancient Godsword bug, they fixed it within 2 days. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave off this video. Apologies if it felt a bit slapped together. I had a tech catastrophe and lost a bunch of footage I was relying on, so I kind of had to fill the gaps. But I couldn't let it die. I needed the people to see Framed lose 117 mil trying to duplicate a cat. Peace out.
Nah, I'm glad I made it into the video.